Welcome to the Silesian Voivodeship. Have a look at this region together with our guests. We're starting the journey at the Katowice International Airport in Brzowice, which is the most rapidly developing airport in Europe, with over 2 million passengers served a year. In 2007, a modern passenger terminal was assigned for use that may serve 3.5 million passengers a year. Travelling by the intercity train from Warsaw to Katowice, the capital of the region, takes slightly more than 2 hours. Frequent and fast train links between Warsaw and Katowice let both tourists and businessmen plan their stay in Silesia most conveniently. The Silesian Voivodeship has the best developed network of highways and clearways in Poland. The A4 highway enables you to get here fast and safely from such cities as Wrocław and Opole in the west, as well as Krakow in the east. The Poly-Order monastery on the Jasna Góra hill in Częstochowa, with its miraculous painting of the Blessed Virgin, is the most frequently visited both by tourists and pilgrims. According to the legend, the miraculous painting was painted by Saint Lucas on a board from the Holy Family's table. Pope John Paul II, who visited Jasna Góra several times, called Częstochowa the spiritual capital of Poland. The monastery is also the treasury of our national mementos. Piekary Śląskie, with its Mother of God's Love and Social Justice painting, is placed particularly close to every Upper Silesian's heart. In the Silesian Voivodeship, several dozens of wooden churches have survived, which enrapture both with their simplicity of shapes and interiors. We also invite you to the Silesian and Żywiec Beskidy, the mountain ranges situated in the south part of the Voivodeship. Beskidy is a perfect place for skiing. A few hundred of ski runs, most of which are artificially snowed and illuminated, are waiting for skiing fans. During the winter season, over 150 T-bars and several chairlifts work there. In summer, however, Beskidy is a perfect place for walking, hiking and riding a bike. Spectacular landscapes, impeccable nature, a network of marked walking trails and numerous hostels are the advantages of our mountains. The Żywieckie and Międzybrodzkie lakes, as well as the Czarniec and Poraj water basins, are visited by many enthusiasts of water sports. In the north of our Voivodeship, there's the Krakow-Częstochowska upland, where calcareous inselbergs, rock gates and needles provide you with ideal climbing conditions. The largest city park in Europe, where within the area covering 600,000 hectares, there's, among others, Silesian Stadium, Zoo, Planetarium and the Luna Park, and in it, the largest merry-go-round in Poland and roller coaster. Several dozens of castles and palaces, which were once used for defense and representative aims, are very distinctive for the region. A real pearl among them is the Palace and Park complex in Pszczyna. The representative bison yard within the Pszczyna Nature Park makes it possible to admire the animals from the close. Nearby, in Promnice, there's a charming hunting lodge of the Dukes of Pszczyna, now a luxurious hotel and a restaurant. At Zagłębie in Wisła, there's a mountain residence of President of Poland, which is also available for tourists. The tumultuous history of our region is depicted by dozens and so defensive castles, erected in the Jurassic on the route of eagles' nests. Many historical buildings have survived as ruins until present times. The remains of the Ogrodzieniec castle belong to the most picturesque ones. The numerous folk events provide the opportunity to present the old customs, songs and dances. The most renowned ones are the Week of Beskidy Culture, the International Student Folk Festival and the Żywiec Nuptials. The Beskidy Highlanders, as well as Upper Silesia and Dąbrowa Coal Basin inhabitants' folklore, is cultivated by numerous folk groups. The famous song and dance ensemble Śląsk has its headquarters in Koszęcin. For years, Żywiec has been the most renowned beer brand in Poland. In the old cellars there's a brewery museum. A visit to the modern exhibition is finished with beer tasting. The former engineering monuments reflect the industrial tradition of our region. In Zabrze, there are historic objects of coal mining, the Queen Louisa open-air museum and the Museum of Coal Mining, as well as the Guido Historical Coal Mine, where 2 levels of 170 meters and 320 meters, one may visit the underground exhibition presenting the work of miners and the machines dating back to the turn of the 20th century. In Tarnowskie Góry, there are 2 objects connected with lead and silver mining, the historic mine gallery and the drift of the Black Trout, where the greatest attraction is the boat raft. A very unique attraction of Silesia is a visit to the Princess Brewery in Tychy and the Museum of Brewery. In Gliwice, it is worth seeing the 110-meter mast of the radio station, which is the highest wooden structure in Europe. As you can see, Silesia can be explored in many various ways. Good communication, perfect hotel and catering conditions, as well as numerous tourist attractions, create ideal conditions for organizing congresses, conferences and trainings. The hotels placed in the very center of Katowice offer over 2,000 beds. One of the treasures of our region is its cuisine. Stylish inns and restaurants welcome tourists and offer tasty regional dishes. Silesia, the positive energy.